My name is Gurleen Khaira. I'm one of the founder directors of Khaira Education Private Limited. We're a team of professionals who guide people on academic improvement and career counseling. Number two, we have a training center where we provide a range of programs for the preparation of language tests like PTE, OET, TOEFL, IELTS. And apart from this, we have a training center for medical registration tests abroad as well. In addition, we are representatives for many institutions abroad and we can help you gain admission and assist you with the visa procedure. Now, the main agenda of making this video today is the need for career counseling. And then once we realize that we do need career counseling for the children, how to identify the correct career choices. I have been doing this for the last 3 years now, and having counseled over 3,000 students and their parents, I just felt that this was the right time to make this video so that more and more people could get awareness about this. Now, when I meet students and their parents, the first thing I notice is that this topic is largely ignored. Most of the career choices that are made are number one, maybe because somebody in the family is either a doctor or an engineer and it's a legacy to become maybe a CA or an engineer or a doctor to join the lineage. The second can be herd mentality. So sometimes I ask students that why do you want to do design course, and they give me an answer which surprises me, that because most of my friends are doing it. Another reason is when sometimes perceptions vary from people to people. So if somebody is doing well at a job, let's say an engineer is doing well for himself, he's working with a multinational and he's doing well. So when the parents tend to ask, an opinion that according to you, which is the best profession, by default for him, that will be the best choice. But what we don't realize is that there has to be a unique choice for each child, because this depends on a lot of factors, which I will just briefly discuss with you now. So when students come to me, I do a preliminary assessment where I ask about the child's interests. Now, this can be found out by asking, a series of questions like, what does the child like to do? What kind of activities get him excited? Does he like to watch TV? If yes, what kind of channels does he like to watch? Discovery, music channels, or sports channels? Apart from this, is he active on social speaking platforms? Is he an extrovert or an introvert? Whether he likes to play sports or whether he has a more creative side to him. So by this, we can establish a personality type, that we come to know what kind of interest a child has. Then the second stage is where we do an aptitude testing. Now, to give you a small example, many of the times I see parents telling me that the elder child is very good in mathematics, but the younger one is not doing well, and they don't comprehend the reasons why. Now, every child has a natural bent of mind, which in other words can be called as an inclination. And this is not something that can be created. This is something which is by birth, by default. Every child has a natural inclination towards a particular subject. It's not necessary that if the elder child is good at mathematics, the younger one will be good at mathematics too. They may be good at social sciences, but they may not have an inclination towards a particular subject which you are trying to force in the child. So these kind of things come into play when we have to do the career counseling. We try and see up till the 10th standard that which subjects, because up till 10th standards all the subjects are studied. So we try and determine a pattern that the child has been performing well in sciences or in history or in mathematics, and that helps us make a choice for him after standard 10th. So whether he wants to go into science stream or non-medical or commerce or arts. So that's about aptitude testing. Number 3 is determining the personality type. Now this is very, very crucial, because even if a child has a particular interest or the aptitude for a field, but his personality may be conflicting. Let me give you an example. Like, let's say a person is interested in becoming a doctor, and he also has an interest in biology, and his aptitude is matching the profile. So he's good at biology, he's doing well in sciences. But then when he sees an injection or he is asked to do a surgical procedure, he faints. This is where the personality conflicts come into play. So it's very important that everyone who's deciding a career for himself should see whether his personality matches the profile he's choosing for himself. So by these 3 parameters, we outline 4 to 5 career choices for the student. When we've decided, 4 to 5 choices, we ask the student to eliminate some of them, and some I do for them, depending on which I think are the topmost choices, keeping the student's environment as well as his skill set and the set of beliefs he's come with, because the genetic programming in individuals also has a great deal of influence in what kind of career we choose for ourselves. After we've shortlisted top 3 career options, then I start the counseling on the courses that are available. Now, unfortunately, in India, we don't have much of a choice where, the course can be designed suiting to a person's interest. But in overseas institutions where we can choose our majors, we can plan our undergrad or grad degree with a major and a minor and choose from a range of elective subjects. So I help them decide the right course suiting their budgetary, the monetary requirements, as well as their academic scores. Once we have shortlisted on a course, then comes the institution decision. That also will keep your requirements in mind, and we can give you the top 3 options where we make applications. So this is a process which has proven to be very useful for many students in the past also.